Guys, grabe. Sabog ang notification ko sa last video. Thank you sa lahat na nanood at nag-follow sa akin after watching my video about Cinderella. Iksian ko na to kasi ang daming nire-reklamo sa inyo, mahaba daw yung intro ko. So marami nagre-request ito sa comments, no? So ito na be popular demand, ang totoong kwento sa likod ng Sleeping Beauty. At I swear, hindi ito yung dreamy Disney version na alam natin. It's dark, disturbing at may pagka illegal. Yun na lang. Let's talk about how this fairy tale was never meant for kids. So sa Disney version guys, ang kwento simple lang. Si Aurora is cursed by Maleficent na matutulog siya forever pag natusok siya ng spindle. Pero may loophole, only true love's kiss daw can wake her up. So habang unconscious siya, dumating si Prince Philip, hinalikan siya. And boom, nagising siya, happy ending, cut to birds singing, wedding bells, and good vibes. Yan, pero sa Brothers Grimm version, na ang title ay, ayan, Little Briar Rose. Medyo similar siya sa Disneyfied version, pero syempre darker, di ba? May royal baby girl na cursed by a fairy. So ayan, natulog siya pero instead of forever, 100 years lang daw. So after a century, a prince hears the tale and decides to find her. He enters the castle, sees her tulog. And yes, hinalikan pa rin siya habang unconscious. So nagising siya pero in this version, wala man lang prior connection or consent. They just, get married. Like, yeah, dude, you kissed a sleeping stranger and she's your wife now. Okay. Pero wait guys, mas horrifying pa ang original Italian version ni Giambattista Basile. So instead of Aurora or Briar Rose, the princess here is named Thalia. Ayan, so she's born to a nobleman and one day habang baby pa siya, may prophecy that says Thalia will be endangered by a splinter of flax. So fast forward, she grows up, nagsusulsi siya ng linen, she gets a splinter of flax under her fingernail and drops dead. Well, they think she's dead but really she's just in a deep sleep. So her father is devastated. So imbes na ilibing siya, he lays her in one of his estates like a shrine, untouched and hidden. So years later, a king, yes guys, king, walang prince dito, pero tong king na to married siya. He gets lost in the woods while hunting. He stumbles upon this abandoned house and finds Thalia lying there, beautiful, untouched, and still unconscious. And here's where it gets horrifying, guys. Being overcome by her beauty, he lay with her. Yes, guys, she was still unconscious. So Thalia gets assaulted in her sleep. She doesn't wake up. He leaves, and that's it. Months later, Thalia gives birth to twins, all while still asleep. So it is said na a fairy or in some versions, servants daw, helped her deliver the babies. So ang name ng twins niya ay si Sun and Moon. So one of the babies sucks her finger while nursing, accidentally removing the flax splinter, which finally wakes Thalia up. So imagine mo yun, you wake up and then surprise, may twins ka na ti. Back at the palace, the king can't stop thinking about Thalia and probably wants the kids, but his queen grows suspicious. She learns about the affair, the children, and Thalia. So she does what any psychotic queen would do in a dark fairy tale, guys. Una, she orders the cook to kill the twins and feed them to the king. Yes, cannibalism moment na naman. And number two, she plans to burn Thalia alive in front of the king. Pero plot twist, yung cook spares the children. The king finds out and then the king punishes the queen. In some versions, burned alive daw. And then the king marries Thalia and adopts the kids. And they lived happily ever after. Ew. So, saan ba nanggaling tong kwentong to? These stories weren't meant for kids kasi noong 1600s to 1800s, guys, fairy tales were used to reflect real-life power struggles, lalo na sa gender roles. Kumbaga, it reflects the extreme patriarchy of 17th century Europe where, una, women had no voice and were seen as property. Number two, marriage and sexual assault could be blurred. Kumbaga, pinakasalan naman siya after nun so okay lang daw. Number three, royal men could do whatever they wanted and women just had to wake up and accept it. Tapos yung sa spindle na scene, symbol siya ng puberty. Pag natusok siya, para bang sinasabi ng society na you're a woman now, you're fertile but don't act, just sleep and wait. And yung 100 years sleep, Allegory siya ng female silence and powerlessness. So instead of choosing her fate, naghintay lang siya in her sleep habang ibang tao ang nagdedesisyon para sa kanya. Si Sleeping Beauty guys, tinanggalan siya ng boses sa sarili niyang kwento. Para siyang prop na gumising lang pag ready na siyang pakasalan. Like literal na a princess waiting to be claimed. So this story sends toxic messages like, it's okay to love someone who harmed you. Survival means accepting your fate, and women's value lies in their beauty and fertility, not consent. And habang naging happily ever after siya sa modern retelling, originally, warning ito na nagsasabi na this is what happens to girls who have no control over their destiny. So ano bang natutunan natin dito guys? Sleeping Beauty isn't just a girl na naborlog, no? She's a symbol ng lahat ng taong pinatahimik, hindi pinakinggan, at nag-antay lang para mahalin. So sa totoong buhay, ilan sa atin ang nagtiis, naghintay, nagpakamartir, hoping na may dumating na Prince Charming na magliligtas sa atin. Diba? Pero minsan yung inaakala mong savior, siya pa pala yung sumira sa'yo. Consent, control at choice, yan ang tunay na fairy tale ending. This story hits hard for those na hindi pinapakinggan sa pamilya, stuck sa toxic relationships, or feeling trapped sa cycle na parang tulog ka na lang lagi. Yung existing ka pero hindi ka naman nagli-live. In other words, huwag kang matulog sa sarili mong kwento. Ikaw ang bida. Hindi mo kailangan antayin pa ang halik ni Prince Charming para magising ka sa katotohanan. Gisingin mo ang sarili mo at kung may curse o toxic cycle sa buhay mo, ikaw mismo ang pumutol. Relate ba kayo guys? Comment wake up kung ready ka nang i-take back ang control sa sarili mong kwento or tag someone who needs to hear this story today. As always, if you want more stories like this, comment down below or DM me your story suggestion. Baka yan na yung next story time natin. Of course, don't forget to follow, like, share, and save. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!